Now we haven't started casting yet. Right now we're just in the process stages of just getting. I mean, I got so many people coming at me on this film right now. It's ridiculous. It's like I just got to make sure. I got a lot of networks coming at me on it, but I just got to make sure that the right network. I got a couple of meetings set up with networks that want the story. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was already in the process of them talking about our story, even when we did the unsung. But I have a couple of meetings set up where they want to talk about, then I don't know, we might go a different route. We might do the biopic first, or we might do a book first, then turn the book to a biopic. But I have a couple of people coming at me right now. I just got to make sure whoever I do my story with, that it be done right, and that that I control some parts of the editing of it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, when you do stuff, a lot of times the TV network take over the editing part of your story, and they just kind of put in what they want to put in. Just like we did Unsung. It's a lot. TV One edited the show the way they want to edit. So they take out stuff, put in stuff, don't add everything. So it's a lot of process. When you're doing a movie, it's a lot of negotiation, and so if I'm not comfortable with the story being done right, then I don't care what network it is, I'm not gonna do it. But we got a lot of people coming at us about right now. That's the thing right now. Biopics is the thing right now. That's where people are making a lot of money at. Biopics, reality shows. There ain't real a lot of money in record sales and sales right now. So people doing biopics and reality shows. So we just basically, we have a few people coming at us on the story, but we just want to make sure we pick the right network, we have the right control over the movie. But once you sign that contract, you give your rights up. It's almost like when we did Unsung, we gave our rights up, so they can edit the show however they want to edit it, a lot of times that's what people, even with reality shows, that's what they do. They edit stuff to make it look one way, or they edit stuff to get the attention. So they don't care nothing about it, really. They want to edit things to make to get ratings. You know what I'm saying? Almost like the Bobby Brown story. You know what I'm saying? They show a lot of Whitney Houston drug problems, Bobby drug problems, but they maybe show more of Whitney's because of Whitney is a bigger star. So you got to realize when people want to see more Whitney problems than they would want to see Bob. What they did show some of Bobby's, but what I'm trying to tell you, sometimes the network, it's very important to try to get them to get some type of editing control over your content, because they can edit your stuff to make it look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in the business, they don't know that, they don't understand that. A lot of fans and people that's out there, they don't understand it. They just go off of what they see. They don't know what's going on behind the closed doors. So it's like doing this movie is like a lot of touchy issues, like a lot of things in Unsung we didn't tell because we saved it for the movie. But it's a lot of things we did tell that Unsung didn't decide not to use it or use it as part of the story. So it's like they kind of built their own story in such a way. But the movies, we go into more detail of our life. You know what I'm saying? More detail of our life. If it can be done right. I'm kind of not making those moves no more. A lot of moves I've been making because I've been, sometimes you try to please some of the fans. You go, like I went out there and, you go try to, I'm going to do a movie, but if it's not done right and I can't have the right situation, then I'm going to chill on it, because sometimes you can go and do a movie and then they don't tell the story right or edit your story right, then it can cause a lot of conflict in the industry, you know what I'm saying? So, just stuff like that we're working on. Hopefully we can get y'all a movie, but I just gotta do things right, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you you try to please your fans and give them what they want, and then you make bad moves. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I did the unsung thing, and it opened up things that, which is today is causing a lot of controversy and stuff, which is, you know, which is fine. It come with the business, no big deal. But I just decided this time I got to make moves that's going to be done right. You know, so I have networks talking to me. So that's good news. They are talking. It's just about negotiating to make sure that, you know, because a lot of times the network wants you to tell your story, and then they're going to put it together the way they want to put it together. And they're going to put it together where they can get ratings and people want to see it. And I'm, like I said, you know, I know a lot of people may say, well, why they show more Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston dirt, but Whitney Houston is a bigger star. And she's more of got a wider range audience. So a lot of white people and people would tune in more to see Whitney dirt than they would to see Bobby Brown dirt, and it's his own movie. But that's what people is about. They're trying to make money. So, you know, so I'm just trying to go with a different approach with my story, because it kind of happened to me a little bit. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna say that when you tell your story, we don't have no control over the editing, how they edit stuff and how they make stuff seem, you know. Same with reality shows. When you sign that contract, they edit that stuff to generate ratings. They're not worrying about how you feel about it. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that just gives some of the fans insight on why they may say, well, why is this going on? Why is that going on? But I just decided I can't make moves just because people want me to do something. I make a move, and then same with my brother project. With certain fans out there, a lot of fans out there, they wanted some of my brother's solo music, and you know, they don't know all the behind the scene and litigation. And honestly, like somebody told me, it's not for me to go and tell all my brother business and tell, because somebody wants something, I'm going to tell his business and where's it at. And that's why I'm not going to get to the point, let me just keep my damn mouth closed, because, you know, you get to, you know, people get to speculate. You got to let people just talk. People get to speculate, but they don't really know what's going on behind the closed doors. And it's some things that I know more than anybody know that my brother would not want them to know. And so even when it comes to his music, it's certain things going on with his music that I don't have to tell a person why the music is not being released. But trust me, if it could be released, I would. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about it is that I got a lot of, you know, I released my brother. I went and released like 4 songs that I had of my brothers, and that's when I initially set up the Dino and Shazam page. That was one of my plans. That was my plan to release some of my brother music, but on what I had though, on what I had. But there's other music out there. But hello. Yeah. Well, back to my, like I said, I don't want to make decisions on just to be doing something. You know what I'm saying? If it's not done right, then it's best to leave it alone. But like I said, when it even came to my brother project, that was the whole plan, to try to get more of his music. But the problem is that there's certain things out there that I'm just not gonna. I don't feel I should have to explain to everybody why this and why this. But one thing where I did make a mistake was because I tried to please some of my fans and his fans. I took the 4 songs that I had of mine and put it out there, and nobody bought it. It only made like $1,500. You know, so it's like I got a lot of black flag from people and family members, like, you put Dino music out, but you didn't put it out right. Nobody knows about it. So all the ones out there that do know, my brother do have all the ones that do know, my brother do have a EP out. It's called Morning. You're My Morning Star, that I released. Those are the songs that I had. So some of the people out there, man, y'all may need to go support that. But a lot of back flag I got for even putting that out, because people feel like, you know, in my family and just period in the industry, they feel like, you know, I shouldn't have done that, because when you put a project out on Dino, it got to be done right with promotion, not just throwing some out there because of fans, because you got fans out there that want it. But even with that, I did that basically strictly trying to give the fans something in my power. But at the end of the day, we put it out there and it barely made about $1,500 on an artist that sold millions of records like Dino, and they didn't even support that. You know what I'm saying? So, my thing is that the next time I do a movie or release some projects, especially on Dino, it got to be done right. You know what I'm saying? It got to be done right. Can't just be throwing a project out there and then people cry for it and then they don't support it. They don't even support it and they cry for it. You know what I'm saying? So, I got a lot of backlash for putting that project out on my brother, and people in the industry call me like, bro, you shouldn't have done that. You put your brother project out, it didn't get no promotion. People don't know it's out there, and you gotta put them out there right. And at the end of the day, I knew better, because my brother would have not want to come out like that. He didn't want to come out with big promotion, and that's where a lot of time I was trying to, in so many words, telling the fans that we needed a certain amount of money to raise to make sure his project is done right. We can hire the proper publicists, hire the proper radio teams, and hire the proper people to get his project out there. If you notice, we drop H-Town projects, but that's now, and we do that for the fans, and they don't really do too much of nothing. But at the end of the day, I do it for the fans, but they don't do too much of nothing because we don't have the money to promote those projects, to get them out there on the radio, and to get them out there everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important for fans to understand, to support the music, and we just can't make moves just to be doing something. Like I said, I already done that. I went and did Unsung, and I really did that, and sort of in a way I kind of hate I did that, because it done things, open up worms, and people don't understand the business. They just go off of what they think. They don't understand the business, and then they wanna talk down on your life when you decide to give them something they asked for, and you telling them the truth, what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that thing there, I made a mistake doing it, and I also made a mistake putting the project out. And not to say I don't want the fans to hear the music, but it just got to be done right. You know what I'm saying? And when I put a project out like that and it was not done right, I had a lot of people in my family and also in the industry kind of really chopped me up for doing that. Like, you put your brother out there and the music is not even done right. You didn't even do it right. So that's why I'm just telling fans from this day forward, we got to do things right. We can't just we got to do things right. We got to do things right. You know what I'm saying? We got to do things right. A lot of times people get in their feelings, and, we all human, and we all say things out of turn. We all, we say stuff out of terms, and we do stuff out of anger. But at the end of the day, man, if you're really a good-hearted person, you can let bygones be bygones. You don't have to continue to, I don't have to continue to go back and forth with a person, or you go back. I think at the end of the day, we all try to unite H-Town fans and all the fans out there, that's trying to do anything. Cause if it's really about Dino and it's really about H-Town, we should try to figure out a way to unite, not trying to tear the legacy down or tear the groups down or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But this thing behind the door, and like I tell anybody, if I didn't want my brother music to be out there, I wouldn't have put the 4 songs out. He have 4 solo songs out that I released. You know what I'm saying? 4 solo songs that I put out. But you have people out there, and you have several fans out there claim that I have his music and don't want to put it out, but that's not the case. So, just to let y'all know some insight, but we just gotta make sure we do this movie, it be done right and tastefully and stuff like that. We gotta make sure it's done right. So, that's what I want to let all my fans know. And let's try to stay positive, man. Let's try to keep positive energy going with all our fans, even the ones that's enemies out there. If it's really about Dino and about doing what we do, if it's really about Dino and we doing what we do, let's let's try to figure out a way to be positive about all this situation, because it's like it's not about us beefing with each other and everything like that. I'm willing to say put bygones by bygones, but if a person continue want to spread negative energy, then they the one with the problem. So I just say, it's really about the music and what they want. We need to try to figure that out, how to come together as a unit and really, like I told you, it's you get more information out of what's going on with the situation than trying to tear somebody down than not. You know what I'm saying? So let's try to join together. I'll be back, and but we gotta make sure we do everything right. We can't do the same mistake we did with Dino's project and just threw a project out there that nobody barely supported, and it was not done right. And I'm letting y'all know I got chopped up for doing that. From family members, from people in the industry, like, man, you shouldn't have done that. Why would you put that out? But trying to please fans, and I realize to this day, you can't please everybody. So let's try to unite. Let's try to figure it out. Let's let everybody let bygones be bygones, and let's try to be peaceful. Life is too short. It's not that serious to be going back and forth and tearing each other down, and especially as black people. We all are black, and it should be a way to work it out, and that's all I gotta say. So I got love for y'all and much love.